Good morning, Barista. Here's your machine, the Breville Barista Express BES870 in brushed stainless steel. As you saw in the photos, it's in good condition. It is a used machine, so it does have the regular wear and tear. So mainly scratches around the front, a dent here and there, and a bit of staining on the back. But I've done my best. I've done my best to clean it and bring it back to as good condition as possible. So it's not too bad on the outside, and on the inside it's like new. I've just finished doing the service. Full clean, descale, everything. So no problems with the machine at all. And it's ready to make a coffee. So in this video, I'm just going to teach you how to make a latte. I guess also proving to you that the machine has no problems. So yeah, so when you first turn on the machine, it will take about a minute to reach temperature. You see the buttons light up. When they light up, that means the boiler is up to temperature. But you can warm it up a bit more. So to get the best cup of coffee or a hot beverage, it's recommended to warm it up some more. So you either want to wait, so passively let it warm up, or you can run a blank shot. So if you wanted to wait, so leave it for 20 minutes, leave the handle on, leave the cup on top of the tray, and they will get warm after 20 minutes. But if you're in a hurry, you can just run a blank shot. So without any coffee in the handle, just lock it in lightly, grab your cup and put it underneath. Press the double button. This will run hot water through the system. It'll get things up to temperature, and it'll also clean any coffee grounds or oils that are stuck up in the machine. You can do that once or twice. Doesn't hurt to do it again. Sometimes you may hear the solenoid noise click. That's just normal, it doesn't affect anything. Right. Next, I'm going to take out the portafilter and dry. This basket here is the 18-gram double basket. So, of course, it takes 18 grams of ground coffee. Your machine also comes with the other types of baskets, so the dual wall baskets as well. The dual wall baskets are for pre-ground coffee or for beginners. You can use those if you are struggling to get a good coffee, but this will give you a better coffee even. It's just a bit harder to use because you have to get the settings correct, the grind size, the grind amount, but it shouldn't be too hard, and I'll show you in the video how I do it in the beginning. So grab a scale. If you don't have a scale, that's fine, you still can use the machine. But I recommend a scale to be more consistent and hone in your coffee making skills. So I'm going to reset the scale and then grind the dose. So you can select a double dose or you can select a single. I personally like to do the single 2 times. I feel like it's more consistent and less messy that way. With the grind size, I've left it at number 4. I think number 4 for this bean, for this machine, is in the right range, but we'll confirm that by making a coffee on it. So grind size number 4, I will leave the grind amount at 12 o'clock position and at single for the filter size. Let's see how much we got. 9 grams, perfect. So 9 grams, if you do that twice, that's 18 grams. Very good. Press it lightly with the tamper. Let's see how much we got now. Yeah, that's just over 18. So you can leave it there. I think it should be fine. But I might just reduce it a little bit from 12 o'clock to 11 o'clock. That might give you about 8.5. So I think it's better to go a bit under than a bit over. Because if you go a bit over, it will start pressing on the coffee as you lock the handle. I'm just going to trim a little bit of the coffee. Yep, there we go. Now it's 18 grams exactly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to spread it around with my hand. Alright, so yeah, I'm going to spread the coffee around with my finger. There's tools that you can buy to do this, but it's recommended to do it at least with your finger, so that when you press down with the tamper, it's even across the coffee. Press it nice and firm. You'll notice, now that we've got the correct dose of coffee, the tamper is the tamper only goes as deep as this silver part here. So it's like a rough guide that Breville implemented. If the tamper goes this deep but no further, then that's the correct amount of coffee. So it's like that. If it's sitting all the way on here and it's not going any deeper, then that's too much coffee, of course. So make sure you don't overfill the basket. And if you have a scale, use the scale for 18 grams. If you don't, just fill enough coffee, and then so that when you press it down, this is the depth that the tamper goes to. Or you can overfill it and then use the razor tool that the machine comes with. The razor tool is like a trimming tool that you can use to remove the extra coffee. Clean the edges all around and lock it in. So it's in the middle. You don't have to force it all the way to the right. It should be fine in the middle. You also have the hot water tap over here. That's going to give you clean hot water right from the boiler. You can use this for long black coffee, tea bags. I like to use it to add a bit of sugar to my coffee. So the hot water helps it dissolve, so I like to use that. Perfect. With the input, as you remember, we put in 18 grams of coffee. With the output, we want to double that. So whatever's, however many grams you put in, you want to double it. So double of 18 is 36. We want the coffee, the espresso, to be 36 grams in dose. And I want that to happen in around 20 to 30 seconds. So I'm going to reset my scale. And then I'm going to show you how to reprogram the buttons. So look, the machine has factory settings that you can reset if you hold program. Now the machine is back to factory settings. But from my experience, the factory settings are a bit too long. So if you do a double shot and you press the double button, it'll give you a bit too much coffee. So I don't like to use it. I like to reprogram it to my liking. So again, I'll aim for about 36 grams. You know, it doesn't have to be exact. You know, none of this has to be exact. You know, you just do whatever tastes good for you. But for me, I think a good way to start is to use the 2-to-1 ratio in 25 seconds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the button to give me around 35-40 grams. And if that dose takes 10 seconds only, then that's too quick. And I need to make the grind finer, the grind size finer by 1 or 2 numbers. If it takes a whole minute to reach the 40 gram mark for the shot, then that's too slow, obviously. So I'll need to increase the grind size on here to make it go quicker. So let's see. Press to program, you press program, and you press the button you want to program. I'm also going to time it. And then I'm going to press it again when I'm happy with the volume. Keep an eye on the flow, keep an eye on the pressure. I see the flow is nice and smooth. The pressure is all the way at 1 o'clock, which is good, very good. And now the shot is around 20 seconds. I think I'm going to give it another 2 seconds and then I'm going to stop it right there. That was 24 seconds. We could have gone for a bit longer maybe, but I think that's close to 35 grams. If I remember correctly. That's exactly 36 grams. So I'm pretty sure if you don't have a scale, you can just look at the amount and just sort of eyeball it. So today I eyeballed it. I wasn't using the scale on the machine itself. So you don't have to use a scale. You can sort of learn how to do it by eye. But anyway, yeah, that's 36 grams. A perfect double shot. So double of 18. And that took about 24 seconds, which is very good. Pressure is at around 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock position, which is very good. Just gonna knock it off and rinse. Just press the double. That's gonna rinse your shower screen and your portafilter in one go. And it's also a good habit to just wipe the shower screen every now and then. I like to use tissue after the blank shot to just wipe. As you see, there's always a bit of coffee grounds left even after the rinse. So it just makes your machine that a little bit cleaner, and I'm pretty sure this is going to make it last longer. So keep your machine nice and happy and you'll stay nice and happy. Alright. Next is the milk steaming, so I'm going to turn on the steamer. It'll take about 10 or 15 seconds to start outputting steam. Once you see the steam come out and the pump engage, that's when it's ready to go. I'm going to fill my milk jug with about halfway with full cream milk. You want to get a metal milk jug so that you can feel the temperature through. There we go, that's about full pressure. I'm going to turn it off, position the jug, turn it back on. Keep the wand close to the surface of the milk. For the first part, you want to keep the tip close to the surface of the milk and spin it at the same time. And for the second part, you just want to spin. You no longer want to inject air. If you inject too much air, it will become too bubbly, too thick. You don't want that. Then I'm going to stop it when it's too hot to my hands, or too hot to the touch, which is usually about 60 degrees, 55, 60 degrees. It's right there. Give it a good purge. And yeah, that's done. Let's just give it a good wipe as well. Once you turn off the steam, the machine will give you 5 seconds, and then after the 5 seconds it'll cool down the boiler to go back to espresso mode. That means it's ready to make another coffee. The purge that I did before, so turning on the steam and then turning it on and back off, that's just to clear the blockage, or to clear the milk here so that you don't have any blockages in the wand. So it's good to keep that clean as well, and it's good to wipe the wand right away. Now, let's see what we got. I think we may have steamed the milk a bit too much, so we've got a bit too much froth maybe. So it might be close to a cappuccino. You want to knock the jug on the counter to break any air bubbles. Then swirl it around to mix it up. And then pour. yeah, with a bit of skill, you can do latte art on this machine. I don't usually get good designs, it's because I'm not very artistic. But yeah, this latte does look good. Maybe a bit too much bubbles, too many bubbles there from my technique. But yeah, that's a good cup, I would say. Looking forward to having it. I'm sure you can do even better coffees with it. Yeah, hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'm sure you like the machine. Thanks for watching.